Hi friends, and welcome to Art with Miss Zoe. I'm your host, Miss Zoe. Today we're going to make a clay ghost. We are going to use air dry clay to create this fun ghost for Halloween. Let's check out today's art activity. For today's art activity, you will need air dry clay, a rolling pin, a ping pong ball, tape, a paint bottle or something similar in size, a Fettling knife, and modeling tools. You can adjust your ball size and bottle size to make your ghost bigger or smaller than mine. You can also use a bread knife if you don't have a Fettling knife. Once you have everything together, let's get started. I've gathered my materials, and the first step is to roll out my clay. So I'm going to begin by grabbing my clay and rolling it out. You see that I'm flipping it over and rolling it a little bit, and then flipping it over and rolling it a little bit. And finally, I've got it to the size that I need, and I'm just using the largest circular object I have on hand, which was a paint palette for me. Now I'm going to grab my Fettling knife, but you could use a bread knife, and cut this out. Okie doke. So I'm going to set my extra clay aside. Here I have some water in a spray bottle, and I sprayed some water on the clay and used it to smooth it out. You don't have to do that, but it will make your ghost look a little nicer, and it will make the clay a little easier to work with. Alright, now I'm going to peel up my clay. And I have used just what I had on hand. So I have a paint bottle and a ping pong ball. So you do need a circular object, and then you need something to set that circular object on top. So I've just taped a ping pong ball to the top of a small paint bottle, and now I'm going to set this on top. And I'm just going to drape it over that ball and squish it down so that I have these nice folds. And now I'm going to grab, I have a ball modeling tool that's just a regular clay modeling tool, and I'm going to use it to poke a hole for my eyes and my mouth. You could use anything you have on hand. So I'm going to just wiggle this and press it into the clay. That'll create my eyes, and then for my mouth, I'll make a bit of an oval. So I'll wiggle that up and down a bit just to create that ovular shape. Okay, now I'm going to remove the tape from my bottle so that I can take this off. Now I'm just going to tip this over. And I'm actually going to use the tape to wiggle that ball free. There we go. And now I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to adjust my ghost, and I'm going to poke those holes all the way through. I couldn't do that because the ball was in the way, but now I can. Now I'm going to adjust the shape just a little bit. I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then my ghost will be ready. I hope you enjoyed this project. Thanks for watching, and keep making.